Every once in a great while, a definitive organization emerges from the pack, a team with a singular goal. And that goal attracts the special few with the heart and drive to achieve it. The prize is the pursuit itself. Excellence in function, service, and execution. It is no small feat, but those at Findlay Toyota have found it. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome back. Second game of a triple header coming to you here from Coronado High School in Las Vegas. It is the Big City Showdown, and it is here on the Ball Dogs YouTube channel, brought to you by Findlay Toyota and produced by BD Global. In this game, we've got a good matchup coming up between the Patriots of Liberty High School with a record of 12-1. They are 3-0 in league play. And Arborview, the Aggies, at 14-6 and 5-1 overall. Tony Cardasco here at courtside, and we had a really good women's game, but it was Centennial prevailing by 14 points in the last game that we broadcast here, the first game of the afternoon, and it was Centennial over Bishop Gorman and the Gales. So currently they are introducing the starting lineups for the Arborview Aggies. It'll be Max Romero, the point guard, Demarion Yap alongside Jalen Dickel, the starter. It's the three-guard offense, Brian Chef Townsend, and the man in the middle who is really a handful, 6'8", Pharaoh Compton. And for Liberty, for the Patriots, the backcourt of Tyus Thomas, the brother of Didon Thomas Jr., and son of Didon Sr., while we're at it. Caden Castellero, Andre Porter, UNLV football commit, Jaden Riley, and the starting center is Dante Stewart, head coach Kevin Soares for Liberty. First meeting won by Liberty. And we start off the game with a technical foul. I didn't see what happened there, but Caden Castellero is at the line, and he makes good. So we had a technical foul on Arborview to start the game. First meeting, 67-53. The meeting let's get this game started here. We just have some numbers and some craziness happening here behind the scenes. So there's Riley up top. Here's Tyus Thomas deep in the corner. Now the dribble penetration by Riley. Layup off the glass. Attempt no good. Rebound to Max Romero of Arborview of the Aggies. Had a chance to watch them play the other night, and they're awfully good. And you have to watch out for Pharaoh Compton. He's just a monster. He's bigger than any player. It almost appears as though he's twice the size of any player. He's headed to San Diego State, and he also could trigger from three, but that one's off the mark. And the rebound comes down to Andre Porter of Liberty. Nice bounce pass underneath. Kick it back up top. Here's Tyus Thomas, and then the deep shot no good for Castellero. One and done for Liberty. Back the other way. Here's Townsend. Lob, and the first dunk of the day for Pharaoh Compton. 2-2 game. We started off with a technical foul. We'll have to try to sort that out. And that's how Liberty got on the board first in this game. But he's a dunking machine. I saw him the other night. He must have had at least 7 or 8 dunks. They don't keep track of dunks. I asked assistant coach Mark Dickel about that the other night. Off the miss. Here's Romero. Romero up top. Swing it on the wing to Demarion Yap. Back over to Townsend, who almost traveled. I'm with you there, fan. Here's Romero back up top. Guarded up top by Tyus Thomas. Cross court. Here is Dickel. Jalen Dickel off the miss. And the rebound long to Caden Castellero. Up top, Tyus Thomas. Oh, nice feed underneath, and trying to reverse it underneath was Dante Stewart, a whistle, and he'll draw the foul. Jalen Dickel, the guilty party there, and we're going to shoot a couple of free throws here. Head coach Kevin Sawyer says that Dante Stewart, the sophomore, just wants him to play a little bit more aggressive and kind of learn what it takes to play at the 5A level. Got a little bit of playing time as a freshman. He's really young, and the second free throw is good. So a 1-point lead for Liberty, and they now will press full court. And it comes in bounds. Wow, Compton headed to San Diego State next year. The senior, 6'8" and a ton. Romero up top. Team trailing by 1. Here's Romero. Good penetration outside. Townsend for 3. Underneath Jalen Dickel, the follow-up stick back for 2. I was telling his dad, Mark Dickel, former running Rebel, oh, that shot is erased. Stewart went inside. Compton sends it OB out of bounds. But I was telling Mark Dickel, I really like the game of Jalen. He said, oh, that's good. My son wants to be a lawyer. He doesn't want to play hoops anymore. But he's got like this really good Jalen Dickel, really good move, one big stride to the basket. He just accelerates and he's explosive at 6'3". Here's Tyus Thomas, and he'll draw the foul. So that'll be the second team foul. Max Romero, third team foul because of the T. So Jalen Dickel comes out. Tramel Darden, a defensive stopper, comes in for Arbor View. 3-point range. That's Jaden Riley for 3. And it's a 6-4 game. Liberty with the lead. Here's Townsend in traffic. Farrell Compton, wow, deep in the corner. Good passing game for a big guy. Max Romero off the miss. Scramble for the rebound. Townsend underneath. He finds underneath the bucket again for Compton. Compton now with 4 points. We're tied up at 6. Good defense. Romero with the steal. Oh, run down by Farrell Compton. One bounce, back up top. And here's DeMario Yap and his brother. Name might be familiar. Donovan Yap plays now at Fresno State, the former UNLV running Rebel. 3-pointer, and that is off the mark for Jaden Riley, the junior, and out of bounds. And that'll go over to Arbor View. And it appears as though Farrell Compton was shaken up. I think he might have ran off the court and into the stands there, and he's still trying to shake off the cobweb some. So he's matched up with Andre Porter. So they're going to have to keep switching on the big man, Farrell Compton. And Andre Porter, the defensive end, is going to have to do whatever he can to fend off Farrell Compton. But Dickel uses that big screen. He now has 4. It's a 2-point lead for Arbor View. Kickball, and that'll stay with Liberty. Under 4 to go. Liberty with 7 straight wins. Made it all the way to the state championship game last year when they lost to Durango. Oh, nice drive inside. Off balance with the attempt was Castellero. Tyler Bright now into the contest for the Patriots at 6'9". And patient game. Oh, nice catch, one-handed. And Compton tried to guide it in, but he could not, averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds per game. Inside, that shot's no good. On the drive outside by Riley again. Had to jump over Jalen Dickel to get there. And here's Jalen Dickel for 3. That's a money shot. And it's 11-6 Arbor View. Back the other way. Easy bucket as we saw Arbor View napping by Tyler Bright. So in transition, the basket was good for 2. And quickly a timeout. That was Thaddeus Thatcher. I think that was his assignment because his coach came out, Dustin Clayton, to talk to him about that and didn't like what he saw. So we have a timeout on the court. We'll step aside And the score 11-8 in favor of Arbor View. Welcome back. 7 points in the game for Caden Castellero. 7 of the 8 for Jalen Dickel. Rather wrong side, but Jalen Dickel has 7 points. Arbor View up by 3, 11-8. Up top again, here's Townsend. And up top, that's Thatcher. And the three-point shot by Townsend, no. Tapped up, no. As Curtis C.J. Green tried to do it, that should have been a goaltend, and it is. Yeah, Thaddeus Thatcher got up in the cylinder, and that basket's going to count for Jace Aquin-Ingok of Liberty, the senior, 5'9". So some token pressure out of the backcourt. Darden playing the point now. Darden up top. Darden looks for an outlet. He finally got it on the wing to Townsend, guarded by Porter. And here's Townsend, dribbled penetration. Jalen Dickel can't handle. And the breakout for Liberty. And a nice bounce pass on the bucket for 2 underneath. And that was good for Jaden Riley. So Riley is starting to heat up. He now has 5 points in the game, and Liberty takes the lead. And the turnover, the Aggies turn the basketball over, and Liberty will have the ball as we see Max Romero coming back in for Arbor View. So inbound to come in here. Aquin-Ingok with the ball up top. He gets it over to Tyus Thomas. Ty's a little bit thicker than his older brother. Of course, Didon Thomas Sr., Aquin-Ingok on the three-pointer. That's hard to believe, but DJ Thomas Jr. would be a part of his team, the senior class. Oh, nice pass underneath. Unselfish play there by Townsend. And they couldn't get the finish by Compton. Back the other way. And the slasher inside was Bright. Has it rejected out by Compton. And back the other way. We got a foul on the floor. This foul will be on the floor as Tremel Darden was driving. Third team foul. Outside for 3, Thaddeus Thatcher connects. Oh, and here's a breakout. And we see Riley up top. They slowed it down there for just a second. Jaden Riley goes baseline. And please don't knock over our TV screen. Thank you. That's the first personal on Thaddeus Thatcher. Liberty with a 1-point lead. Tyus Thomas had to come over and retrieve the basketball right under our table here. And then he checks out of the game. So let's see what Liberty can do off the inbounds. Kevin Soares, head coach, says his team a good mixture of younger players and older players from the corner deep. Aquin-Ingok off the miss. Back the other way. Darden, Tremel Darden. Back up top. Romero can shoot from three-point range. I've seen that. Demarion Yap. High post. Facing up. And the jump shot no good by Compton. And back the other way. Brendan Crisanto into the contest now for the Liberty Patriots. I tell you what, Jace Aquiningak has done a good job there and bringing some of that juice for Liberty. Final seconds ticking down. 19 seconds, drive off the miss by Romero, and the rebound comes down to Liberty. Aquiningak again out of the backcourt. Here's Andre Porter. Porter under 6 seconds, whistle. And a turnover will give it back to Arbor View. 1 point advantage for Liberty. Aggies to take it inbounds. The end of the quarter. Oh, nice catch, Compton. Drive by Romero on the baseline. He's fouled on the floater. Romero there, and a great pass. Nice look from Farrell Compton. Talk about Farrell Compton. Just a really solid game all the way around. And he looks as though he's sort of playing in slow motion, and then all of a sudden, he just goes high above the cylinder, and he's had some electric dunks. Under a second to go. Romero good on the first free throw. And makes his first 2 points here of the quarter. And Arbor View's going to steal the quarter. Oh, from three-point range. Aquiningak thought that he was fouled, and I'd have to agree. But at the end of one, your score here from Coronado High School, the Big City Showdown, it is Arbor View 14 and Liberty, the Patriots, 16-15, I should say, Arbor View with the lead at the end of one. We'll get it right. We'll be back. Welcome back from Coronado High School. Tony Cardasco here courtside, and we've got a good one brewing already. After 1 quarter of play, Arbor View leading Liberty 16-15. And so far, I feel as though Liberty's done a pretty good job on the big man, Farrell Compton. Compton with just 4 points through 1 quarter of play. Romero up top. Tyus Thomas guarding him. Good job defensively, Townsend. Lob pass. Oh, great catch. And the dunk. And one for Farrell Compton. Are you kidding me? The hands and the catch here. Watch this. Skies up. And the flush. Dante Stewart he's 6'4". And you've got Compton going up, climbing the ladder, the catch and the dunk. 18-15, Arbor View with the lead. The game clock isn't moving, so it was stuck on 8. And Compton will go to the line, averaging 18 points per game, 9 rebounds. Played in Chandler, Arizona, 4-star recruit. 7:38, they're going to change the game clock because it didn't move there. So 7:38, the correct time. And Farrow at the line as he completes the three-point play. Man, I tell you, he's just got so much talent. No matter what you do, you're going to have to keep mixing bodies. Little floater, that's Tyus Thomas. Thomas for 2. He's not built like DJ. He's a little bit thicker and stockier. Townsend in the lane, terminates the dribble. Outside three-pointer on the way, Romero. Max Romero fills it up, and it's a 5-point advantage for Arbor View. I like the tempo and the pace. Romero goes down, and he's in pain. So let's see if he's okay. We got a foul called, and it was a moving screen. A second team foul. Was that on Thomas? And so Max Romero, who had the hot hand there in this second quarter, has 4 points now. He has to come out of the game, and it's being attended to. Hope that he's okay. He's just standing up on the side of the bench over there. And now they have to help the big man, Pharaoh Compton, up. That's the first personal on Pharaoh Compton. Now, I watched him in action the other night, and he played with 2 fouls, 5:43 to go in the first, and handled it well. Tyus Thomas for 3, knocks it down. So Thomas brings his team to within 2 at 22-20. They got all the talent in the world in that family. How could that be? There's so much talent. I broadcast Dedon Thomas Sr.'s games when he was at UNLV, and ball goes out of bounds, and what's the call there? Knocked out by Tyus Thomas. So good thing Max Romero's okay. Just shook off those cobwebs. 2-point advantage, Arbor View. Here's Romero. Romero between the legs with a dribble. Townsend goes left, sealed, back up top. It's Yap, Demarion Yap. Jalen Dickel, who has 5 points. Thomas, dribble penetration underneath. Look to give it off, then goes high off the glass on a wild shot that misses and out of bounds to Liberty. And Pharaoh Compton was calling for the ball. Hey, man, give up the rock. Yeah, no kidding. A wild shot. And Liberty with a chance to tie or take the lead. And Thomas with the basketball does a good job at getting this team and Liberty into its offense. And we're going to get a foul onto Marion Yap. First personal and the second team foul of the quarter. So Dante Stewart will take it inbounds. The ball was deflected. Nice play, Jalen Dickel. Compton picked it up. Outside, here's Romero from deep distance. No, underneath, Jalen Dickel rebound and a push-off underneath. And who are they going to get? Jalen Dickel. Second personal foul. Yeah, Jalen Dickel, you see him there in disbelief. Did not believe that he did that little shed move there with the forearm. So here's Tyus Thomas. So he started to the right, goes left again. Jump pass deep in the corner, and that is Porter. Ball went over the backboard and out of bounds. Under 5.5 to go here in the first half. And the tempo has sort of slowed down, at least momentarily. That's until we see another Compton dunk or something. The number 91 overall prospect is Compton. Here's Max Romero. Now the lob and the alley-oop, and good block out underneath by Andre Porter. Thomas maneuvering. Thomas thought that he was fouled. Travel. He never let go of the ball, so they call the travel on the play, and a disruptor there in Pharaoh Compton. We're going to have a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Pharaoh Compton going to San Diego State, but also in the mix recruiting him. Iowa, LSU, Arizona State, Houston, UNLV among those schools. And he just plays above the cylinder. It's not a hype job, folks. He's really that good. And I just want to see his development as a big man at San Diego State. Would have been nice if he could have stayed home here at UNLV. That would have been kind of cool. But so the Aggies will trigger the ball in bounds, leading by 2 points. Yeah, I watched that Spring Valley game. 17-0 from the jump. Arbor View well in control. They won that game 72-45. Lob pass goes down to Farrow Compton, and Compton tried to get it across the lane. It is stolen back the other way. No whistle, no foul. Thomas, and deep in the corner, that long-range jumper, no good. Back the other way. That was Jaden Riley, and a whistle and a foul. So Tyus Thomas draws the foul. The thing about the Thomas brothers, they just play so composed. That's what their dad was like when he played at UNLV. Deion Thomas Sr. Very solid. And head coach Kevin Soria says he does a really good job in getting his team into the offense and running the offense. It's just very smooth, and he's just a sophomore. And imagine your big brother's playing on the D1 level and should have been your teammate this year, because we saw where Deion Thomas Jr. was able to make himself available here this semester. Should be planning for prom. There's Compton running one-hander, no good. He needs to get back defensively now. Is Andre Porter. Porter with the basketball, good handles, dribble penetration, high with the scoop shot, drew the air. Compton and Townsend for three. Nope, that's going to be off the side of the rim. I think they're going to get Compton with the push-off on the rebound. No, it'll go the other way on Dante Stewart. That's a load to handle inside. And second personal foul, so that could be trouble. Tyler Bright should be coming back in pretty soon, I would think. Going to stick with Stewart in the middle. Compton. Oh, no. He's just such a good passer. He's elite. Romero from three-point range, no. Townsend underneath, they call him the chef, and he was about to start cooking right there, but he's fouled in the act of shooting and will go to the free throw line. Caden Castellero will be called. He'll be called on that personal foul. Oh, it's on Thomas. Stand corrected, Thomas. And so Brian Townsend will go to the free throw line. 6'4" and a junior. And I feel that playing on a team with Farrell Compton will only make his game better. I think he's going to be one of those players in his senior season that will be a more active leader. Robert Bryant comes in for Liberty. Second free throw upcoming. It's a one-point game. Arbor View on the lead in this game. And a seesaw battle so far. And Townsend with the miss there. High off the glass. No, that won't go down for Bryant. Bottled up. It's Thaddeus Thatcher. And they're fighting, battling for the ball, and a reach-in foul. Yeah, that was on Tremel Darden Jr. So the reach-in on Darden Jr. Be the fourth team foul. And what do they call here? Arbor View bench called with the second the second technical foul in this contest. So we got more free throws coming up for Liberty. That's how they're hanging around mostly. Jaden Riley will go to the line. The transfer from Bonanza High School here, locally, in the Valley. Misses the first free throw. Some chirping from the bench there across the way for Arbor View. And second free throw is good. so good to reconnect with former running Rebel Mark Dickel. And now the foul free throws in the bonus. And suddenly we've got Liberty on the lead here. And the fourth free throw is good. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 25-23, Liberty with the lead. So these technicals are just really hurting Arbor View. One to start the game, and then just the technical foul right there. As the inbounds, Riley looks for an outlet, gets it into Thomas. Here's Thomas around a big screen set by Bryant up top. In the lane, that little bank shot floater, no good. Bryant battles, goes up, and lays it in. (27-23), 5-point possession for Liberty. 5-point possession. Outside, Townsend, three-pointer on the way. Side of the iron and off. It is picked up by Romero, and his little floater is good in the paint. So Romero with the bucket. 27-25 Liberty. 6 points in the game now for Max Romero. Here's Romero, three-point range. That won't go down. And here's Tyus Thomas. Thomas up top. Thomas tries to find a screen. Thomas thinks otherwise as he was backing down, and you saw big Farrell Compton right there. That would have been rejected, I'm sure. Back outside, Evan Hilliard's into the game for Liberty. On the wing, here's Jaden Riley. Riley turnaround jumper, no good. And that was off the deflection of the block by Townsend. Here's Romero. Romero just gets it on the high post. Good pass out there by Farrow, and a whistle and a foul on the drive. And this will be the 5th team foul coming up for Liberty. So that's on Bryant. First personal 15 foul. Refs need to get this game under control. Could tell it's getting a little bit sloppy out there, a little bit loose. So free throws upcoming. 2:01 to go here in the quarter. 2 shots upcoming for the chef, Brian Townsend. And Townsend on the night misses again at the free throw line. Can't miss these opportunities. Wholesale substitutions for both sides. Just about all the starters are back in the contest now. And Townsend needs to make one, and he does. It's a 1-point game. 8 points of the game for Jaden Riley. He leads all scorers. 7 points for Jalen Dickel and Farrell Compton. On the other bench with Arbor View, Aquiningak up top. They're going to come out and put some pressure on him. Curtis Green, CJ they call him. Stepping in the lane. Here's Demarion Yap, takes it all the way up and under. No, and the follow-up dunk is good by Farrell Compton. So Compton, right place, right time, now with 9 points. The other way, 3-point jumper, no good by Castellero. And out of bounds. And the Aggies will take over. Exciting first half of play. It's a 1-point margin currently. I think you need an army to really box out Farrell Compton. Here's Dickel in the corner, set shot 3, no. And that came off the heel of the rim. Aquiningak, a little floater in the lane is good for 2. Love the energy, Jace Aquiningak. 1-point lead, seesaw battle, Liberty back on top. Under a minute to play here in the first half. They're double teaming and triple teaming at times Farrell Compton. Somebody's got to be open outside of the perimeter. It might be Dickel. He's on the wing on the right side. The pick and the roll. Here's Dickel. Jalen Dickel. Cross-court pass. Yap on the dribble penetration on the drive. And deep in the corner, that's an air ball that is launched up by Green underneath. Here's Compton, tries to go up. And he is shut down, but a foul coming up against Liberty. So Compton goes to the free throw line. 4-star from Chandler, Arizona, played in a prep school, out of prep school, I should say. 6'8", but the wingspan at 7'3", 7 feet, 3 inches. Compton. Straight out of Compton, right there. Free throw good. He's in double figures now with 10. And so Jalen Dickel will check out. Brian Townsend back in for the Aggies of Arbor View. Tied up at 29. And that free throw is going to be long. Rebound by Bryant of Liberty. Aquiningak. Jace. 5 points already. A lot of energy. Guarded by the taller defender in CJ Green. Tries to shake through him. Draws the foul. A little acting job in there. Curtis Green, first personal, but again, both teams over the limit. Aquiningak goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. 6 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Highly entertaining, tied at 29. Aquiningak gets the roll. Another one coming. Max Romero comes back in. Jalen Dickel comes back in for Arbor View. We see the return of Caden Castellero for the Liberty Patriots. 5'9" senior at the line, and that one is no good. And we have the offensive rebound, but out of bounds is Castellero of Liberty. So we have Arbor View with 4 seconds to go. Dickel passes it, and the shot attempt no good by Farrell Compton, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half of play. Good game so far. Farrell Compton, 10 points on the game, and Jace Aquiningak. And there's a dunk, as you see. Compton, oh my goodness, so athletic. A couple of big dunks there, but he hasn't really gotten on track, so beware in the second half. Your score at the end of the first half of play here in the Big City Showdown from Coronado High School. It is Liberty 30 and Arbor View 29. Stay with us. We'll have the start of the second half here in less than 10 minutes.
Every once in a great while, a definitive organization emerges from the pack. A team with a singular goal. And that goal attracts the special few with the heart and drive to achieve it. The prize is the pursuit itself. Excellence in function, service, and execution. It is no small feat, but those at Findlay Toyota have found it. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence. Every once in a great while, a definitive organization emerges from the pack. A team with a singular goal. And that goal attracts the special few with the heart and drive to achieve it. The prize is the pursuit itself. Excellence in function, service, and execution. It is no small feat, but those at Findlay Toyota have found it. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence.
And welcome back for the start of the second half between Arbor View and Liberty. And the Liberty Patriots leading by a point at 30-29 in a back-and-forth affair so far this evening. Jaden Riley, 8 points leading Liberty, and Farrell Compton with 10 for Arbor View. And so it'll be triggered in right in front of us here by Liberty, up by 1 point. And that's Tyus Thomas. He's going to deal deep at the corner. It goes over to Castellero. And now the UNLV football commit. And that's Andre Porter. He falls down. Max Romero waiting for a couple of his teammates to come back as there were 3 players down in the offensive end for Liberty. Here's Jalen Dickel. Dickel, lob pass, and Compton gets fouled underneath by Andre Porter. Andre Porter in football, his dad, Donnell Porter. I know him from his Rebel playing days, but can't believe that was back in the 90s. His mom was a cheerleader at UNLV. And triggering deep, that's Romero, and that's off the mark. And outside, there's Porter on cue, off the miss. And Demarion Yap, good secondary defense. Lob pass underneath, and missing the dunk was Compton off the feed from Romero. Outside, 3-point range, Demarion Yap, and off the miss. Here's Jaden Riley. Riley, the leading scorer for Liberty so far. He misses that shot. Outside, Porter for 3. Oh, can't get the roll. Will not go down, and Romero cleans. Romero, lob pass underneath, and Farrell Compton did something really athletic there, just taps it out to his teammate Townsend, and we'll get a reset on the offense. Is Compton going to show some dribbling skills? No, outside, diagonal pass. Romero, swish on the 3-pointer. And so Arbor View now back on the lead at 32-30. Romero, that's a good inside-outside game now with 9 points in this game. A couple of bodies down, Tyus Thomas. And he'll get fouled. It's on Demarion Yap, the brother of the former UNLV running rebel, Donovan Yap, who now plays at Fresno State. If I'm not mistaken, I think both wore the number 0. Both wore 0. Here's the inbounds pass. Romero gets it in around the horn, back up top. It goes to Tyus Thomas. Jaden Riley. Porter wasn't lucky before. This is a step back 3. Long distance, no good for Thomas. And again, a scramble underneath. Porter can't get it to go down, but he's fouled on the play off the steal by Max Romero. That'll be a second personal foul and the second team foul on Arbor View. So we got throws coming up here for Andre Porter. Porter, 3-star football player, committed already to UNLV, edge rusher, 33 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, free throws good. Couple of sacks, and 2 interceptions as well. And his head coach, Kevin Soares at Liberty, calls him the glue guy for this team. So a good 2-sport athlete. And second free throw is going to be long. Boy, knocked around. Jaden Riley kept it alive in the paint as it was Dante Stewart getting rejected. And back the other way, we got a whistle and a foul on that drive by Townsend. So the chef, Brian Townsend, will go to the line. He was in the act of shooting. Second team foul, 2 apiece. 5:51 to go here in the third quarter of play. And Townsend, who's not been great at the line tonight, first one pops out. I think that's his 3rd miss from the free throw line. We see the return of Tyler Bright coming in, and they've done an effective job, have the Patriots, of switching up players, fresh players in to guard that monster in Farrell Compton. And the ball out of bounds, and Liberty will take it in. 1-point lead for Arbor View. Liberty in possession of the basketball. Riley up top. Porter looks for a cutter. Castellero didn't quite see that. They weren't on the same page. And here's Tyus Thomas. Thomas looking to deal. Almost has the ball stolen away. And deep in the corner, that three-point jumper by Castellero is no good. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Arbor View's basketball. So Romero. Max Romero. We've seen before, he can really light it up from outside of the perimeter. Darden had the ball. Romero off the mix. Underneath, Townsend cleans it up for two. So a three-point advantage now for Arbor View. It's been not a lot of breathing room in either side, in either direction. Game started off with a technical foul out of bounds, and they'll say that went off of Tyler Bright. Nope. They changed it, so it'll be going in the same direction for Liberty. Yeah, a technical foul at the start, a technical foul on the bench. It was a three-point play for Liberty in this game. Two really pivotal points in this game. That Porter jumper is going to come up short, and it is cleared out of there by Thaddeus Thatcher. Thatcher up quickly, and here's Farrell Compton, and off the miss. Whistle in the lane and a foul. Might have just mistimed that just a hair. He's got two dunks already, two big dunks in this game. And so Thatcher will go to the free throw line. The freshman, 6'2", scrappy player. Watched him in action the other night. And first free throw is good. Spring Valley, the game there. And again, it was a 72-45 lopsided win for the Arbor View Aggies. A lot of these players for Arbor View, why they might have a chance in a season where it's just hard to predict who's going to win here in the South or the state title here from the South, perhaps. But these players have been together for a couple of seasons for Arbor View, most of them. And so they feel they have as good of a shot as any team. And some breathing room for the Aggies now, leading by 5. Thomas on the wing to Riley. Here's Porter sealed off. Tyler Bright. Thomas, dribble penetration. Tried to leave it off for Bright. Couldn't handle it, but he'll pick it up again to the corner. Here's Thomas. And out deep, that jumper rattles out of there by Riley. Back the other way. Here's Townsend. Townsend goes underneath, shot swatted out of bounds by Tyler Bright. Went in 1-on-3, so didn't have a good chance to score a bucket there. It's almost Farrell Compton time. It's been kind of quiet here in the third quarter, but he's outside. Good passing, big man. Travel. Wow. So another turnover for Arbor View. That was by Tremel Darden Jr. And we're going to get a timeout for Liberty. Timeout on the court. Arbor View leading by 5, 36-31. Back with more right after this. When I asked Liberty Patriot head coach Kevin Soares this past week what was his favorite big city classic, he said none. He said the worst loss, however, was to Coronado back in 2012 on a half-court bank shot at the buzzer. And so he's still bitter about that one. His team trailing by 5. Back to the action here at Coronado High School coming up. We've got Coronado against Bishop Gorman. Porter, deep in the corner, three-point range. Riley can't connect. And that should be a held ball. Blow that whistle, yeah. You don't want to be battling Farrell Compton there, but good job by Andre Porter on the rebound. But the Aggies will still maintain possession, up 5. Favorite Big City Classic? None. None's the answer. Bishop Gorman, we'll talk about them more in our third game of the triple header, but Grant Rice was just talking about some of those early battles against Findlay Prep. And that's where it pretty much began, and we got a turnover, and the Aggies turned the basketball over, so Liberty will have another shot at it with 3:41 to go here in the third quarter of play. Low-scoring affair. Liberty lost in the state title game to Durango a season ago, trying to get back there again. Riley dribble penetration, goes up short, gets his own board, and they're going to restart it. Tyus Thomas, he's been rather quiet here, goes around the big man Bright screen, and a whistle, and he drew the foul. So many similarities with the Thomas players, starting with the dad. Starting with Didon Sr., DJ, and Tyus. Tyus appears to be like stockier, because DJ's not that stocky, not that physically imposing, I guess, if you will. And so Thaddeus Thatcher had the foul, I guess. Oh, no, that's on, Thatcher. That's correct. 4th team foul on Arbor View, by the way. 3 for Liberty so far. Aquiningak, his little floater in the lane, flips it up and in. Jace Aquiningak, I love this guy's energy. He's played so well in this game. He's got 6 points. It's back to a 3-point margin. Oh, nice spot. Lob pass, dunk. Farrell Compton again, this time from Jalen Dickel. I bet you Mark Dickel, his dad, taught him how to distribute the basketball as such. You just throw it up near the rim for Farrell Compton, though. In all fairness, Porter outside. Porter on the angle on the right side. There's Andre Porter. Back to Aquiningak. He's got that nice little floater in the paint. Off the double team. Tried to find a screen. Senior gives it off outside. Here's Jalen Riley in the lane. Throws it up. No. Short range miss. Back the other way. Demarion Yap. Jalen Dickel. Here's Dickel. Lines up a 3-pointer. That's going to be long. Kept alive. And that's a travel. Yeah, for sure. Thaddeus Thatcher didn't know where to go with the basketball. He was looking for the big man, Farrell Compton, and really just looked in a couple of different directions. I think he went through his, in football they say through progressions. Yeah, but he moved his feet, though, in the process. So Liberty will take over the basketball as they trail by 5 points in this game. Appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone joining us on the Ball Dogs YouTube channel. We are brought to you again by Findlay Toyota, and this game being produced, as are all of the games tonight, by BD Global. That floater again, and that finds the bottom of the well for Jace Aquiningak. Oh my goodness. He now has 8 points, and it's a 3-point advantage. Oh, the scoop shot, they're gonna waive it. A traveling call on Jalen Dickel. Well, I told you earlier, he's got that quick first step, but that time he might have outpaced himself. The basket went down, but they wave it off on the turnover. Instant energy. Aquiningak out of the backcourt. High post, Tyler Bright and Andre Porter. Nice pass underneath. And let's see what happened underneath the basket, because Tyus Thomas went down. Brian Townsend will be charged with a personal foul. And on Townsend, is that 3 or 4? In any event, Arbor View is over the limit. That's the 3rd personal foul currently. And Tyus Thomas will go to the free throw line. I like his game, and his game can only grow. 5'10", 160. 160, even on a good day, soaking wet. I don't think DJ, his brother, is 160. Makes good on the first free throw attempt. Hard to believe that DJ Thomas would have been playing in his senior season at Liberty. Him and his brother would have been teammates. Could have utilized him, but he's doing a really good job on the D1 level. And the second free throw by Thomas is also good. So we're back to a one-point game. It's been an exciting game. There's Farrell Compton, takes it himself. Townsend up top with the dribble, maintaining it. And here's Jalen Dickel, who pulls up at the free throw line. He was unguarded momentarily. A late close by Tyler Bright, and the rebound to Liberty. 1 point game. Here's Thomas, wanted the trigger, but he fights off a double team and almost threw it out of bounds. No, he did throw it out of bounds. Porter just could not retrieve it as it was going out. 41 seconds to go. Third quarter of play is going to come down to the fourth quarter until this one is decided. Here from Coronado High School and the Big City Showdown. Townsend, dribble penetration. He might have traveled. He did. Yeah, the ball got pretty much stuck on his hip. A good defensive play by Jaden Riley of the Liberty Patriots. Riley from Bonanza High School. And his coach says he fills up the stats. You don't even know it. And then there he is with good numbers. He's got 8 points here through pretty much 3 quarters in this game. His team is down 1 point to Arborview. Thomas up top, being guarded by Max Romero. Here's Thomas. He better start moving. We're down to 10, down to 9. Here's Thomas. He tries to weave his way through traffic deep in the corner. 3-point attempt, no good by Riley. Rebound comes down to the Aggies. Long chuck down court, no good by Romero. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. So the game will be decided in quarter number 4. Stay with us. At the end of 3, it is Arborview leading Liberty 38-37. Don't go away.
Every once in a great while, a definitive organization emerges from the pack. A team with a singular goal. And that goal attracts the special few with the heart and drive to achieve it. The prize is the pursuit itself. Excellence in function, service, and execution. It is no small feat, but those at Findlay Toyota have found it. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence.
Caden Castellero to inbound the basketball right in front of us. Welcome back. Fourth quarter now underway here at Coronado High School. Coming up next, don't forget, we've got Coronado, the home team, taking on Bishop Gorman. It should be another really good game, as is this one. It's a 1 point difference. Thomas up top. 12 points of the game for Arborview's Farrell Compton, leading all scorers. Aquiningak in the lane, pump fake. Now he gave it off to Bright. And in the lane, that jumper by Castellero's good. So Liberty back on the lead now at 39-38, and they're going to show some pressure out of the backcourt. Demarion Yap. Yap and Romero up top. Romero calling for a screen from Compton. Now he gets it to Compton. Compton goes inside. That shot was wild. There was some contact underneath. No whistle. Dante Stewart with the rebound. Three-pointer on the way for Aquiningak. No. And the rebound pulled by Townsend. Back the other way. Oh! Oh my goodness! Farrell Compton and one. Let's watch this takeoff. Oh! He switched hands too from the right to the left. His third big dunk of the evening. Did he hurt his hand? Oh my goodness. He's something else. Every dunk is a highlight film extra. Like, it's just unbelievable watching this guy. Can we show that dunk again? I'd love to see that dunk. One more time. Here we go. Oh, and one. Tyler Bright, what are you going to do? I mean, how can you defend that? Bright is 6'9". Free throw good. Completes a three-point play. And back to a two-point advantage for Arbor View. 15 points now for Farrell Compton, the San Diego State Aztec commit. Good penetration underneath. And outside Porter for three. Can't get that shot to fall. The other number 5 pulls it down. That's Farrell Compton. Will he take off again? Drives in the lane, goes up with the left hand. We're going to get a charge this time. Porter, they have to help Porter up. Yeah, he took that shot head on right there. Now you probably, if you're Andre Porter, 6'3" and 210, the senior, headed to UNLV, you're probably like, okay, I deserve now to get rewarded with a three-point shot. It's got to fall sooner or later. Oh, good work out there. Jace Aguinincock out there cleaning up the floor from the sweat. Oh, a lot of fun. Big City Showdown. My goodness, I can't speak enough about Farrell Compton. And you know, and speaking of Kevin Soares, he was absolutely concerned about shutting down Compton. He said we're going to try a few things to guard him. I know Grant Rice had his hands full, but they kept rotating players on the big man. There's no way. He's unstoppable. And again, he's a senior in high school, and I just feel that Brian Dutcher is going to develop Farrell Compton into something special. Underneath, Porter gets rejected by Compton. Says no, 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 waves his finger. Yeah, Porter wanted to get rewarded, right, for taking the charge. You might want to step back. Inbounds to Porter again. Thomas has been quiet offensively. Aguinincock up top. A reach-in foul, and that's going to be on to Marion Yap. His brother did play. Yeah, Donovan Yap played at Arbor View as well, and I think he just appeared in 5 games as a running Rebel before transferring to Fresno State. Up top, it's Tyus Thomas. Under 6 to go in this one. It's been entertaining, to say the very least. Aguinincock. They do the weave, Castellaro. And to try to open up the floor. Thomas, oh, nice jump pass. Porter gets rejected again. Whistle, though, and a foul. Compton doesn't believe it. 4th personal foul. So chalk that up at 5:44. 4 personals on Compton. Does not want to come out of the game. And I think they're going to keep him in there. Yeah, as I mentioned in that Spring Valley game the other night, he picked up his 2nd foul with 5:43 to go in the first, and really, I don't think he got another foul. So Porter makes good on the first. Please, do not hit a half-court shot. I don't know what Kevin Soares would do if this game wound up with another big bucket from midcourt and a bank shot at the buzzer like he lost back in 2012 to Coronado High School. 2nd free throw good as well. We're tied at 41. Pressure into the backcourt. Jermel Darden Jr. is going to give it off to Max Romero. Guarded tightly now by Tyus Thomas up top. Good passing. Yap with the basketball, and they'll back it out. Darden being guarded by Andre Porter. Off the switch. So Darden gets it back on the return. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Liberty. Now he tries to penetrate. We're going to get some contact there on the drive to the bucket, and I think they're going to call this on Dante Stewart. Second team foul. That's on Dante Stewart. And Stewart, the second personal as well. 3-point range. Darden, no good. And off the miss here, they have numbers inside, and watch out below. On the drive, Castellero draws the foul as he got his man up in the air. Tremel Darden Jr. on the foul, the 6'1 junior, and at the free throw line, Caden Castellero, who averages 12 points per game and has just 3 points so far tonight. The points for Liberty pretty much evenly distributed for this team. There's no one that really scores a ton of points for them. When you look at the score sheet, got players averaging 10, 11, 12 points per game. Liberty up one. Castellero, the combo guard, at the line. And second free throw is also good. So it's a 2-point advantage for Liberty, 43-41. And we're going to get a timeout, a full timeout on the court. Under 5 minutes remaining here. Don't go away. Liberty is leading Arbor View 43-41. Back with the final conclusion of this game. Nip and tuck all the way after this. Arbor View playing all these seniors in the starting lineup. 4 out of 5 players that are on the court are seniors. One junior now with Darden out there. And the steal by Porter. So you need that senior leadership now down the stretch. Good handles there by Thomas. Thomas working against Darden Jr. They cut him off. Aquiningak with the basketball now, and Porter up top, going nowhere fast. They spread the court, and good movement away from the basketball. Castellero and Thomas again. Let's see what they're trying to get out of this. They're trying to create a mismatch of sorts, but good defense by the Aggies too. Tyus Thomas terminates the dribble. Porter. Porter needs to do something here. No? He's not moving. So he needs to give the ball up to someone because the clock is just ticking. No 30-second clock. Porter on the return. They wanted to pull Compton, I think, outside, and Porter's going to draw the foul. That'll be number 5 on Farrell Compton if it's on him. And Farrell Compton, with his 5th and eliminating foul, has some words for the official under the basket. Departs with 15 points, 3 Thunder dunks. Going to have to go the rest of the way without their star, Farrell Compton. So he fouls out with 3:37 to go in the game. And so 15 foul on Arbor View. So free throws coming up here as well for Andre Porter. Good on the first. Could be the difference in this game. He didn't really do anything with Compton to rotate him in and out, offense, defense, or anything like that. And both free throws are canned by Andre Porter. 4-point advantage now for Liberty. Liberty's lost just one time on the season. 1-2-2 zone as they match up timeout on the court for Arbor View. And we'll keep it right here. So who will create the offense for Arbor View right now? So the Aggies in this game, I think you need to get Max Romero back into the flow and the rhythm of the game. He's got 9 points, but he hasn't been scoring much here in the second half. And we know that if you just give him a little bit of space, he can definitely drill the three-point shot. So we'll have to see what they design there in the huddle. Dustin Clayton, team that lost to Bishop Gorman 65-57 last week, and last year had a 1-point loss to the Gales. So they're hoping that they could draw something up here. Just a 4-point game, but again, in case you're just joining us, Farrell Compton fouls out of the game with the fifth personal foul there at 3:37. He departed with 15 points on the evening. So Aggies will take it in. Could be a pivotal possession. Thaddeus Thatcher comes in, and ball goes out of bounds off of Thatcher. So the turnover for the Aggies, and now that's going to force Arbor View to start pressing here with 3.5 to go. They guard the inbounds. Equinin got it out to Porter. Now Porter should have an easier time to try to score. Goes baseline. Kick it around. Like Thomas just playing within himself, but he takes it to the hole and one! Tyus Thomas was just playing a slow-down, methodical game, and then he just takes it to the rack, lays it up, and a foul on the play. Look at that play. And the foul will go on Brian Townsend. And Thomas with a chance for a 3-point play. And Liberty's opened up a 6-point advantage. Just a heady player, just unbelievable. And the free throw is good. So Tyus Thomas now with 7 points in the game. And it's time for Arbor View, if they're going to stay around, to respond. And we're going to get an offensive foul on the drive by Max Romero, who comes up limping. Romero's taken a beating in this game. Might have turned an ankle there, so I don't know if they're going to try to keep him out there or not, but yeah, he's coming off the court. Remember, he was the recipient of a big screen earlier, and underneath, the layup is good. So Tyus Thomas on the breakout gives his team a 9-point advantage. Here's Townsend going baseline, sealed off there. He got it off underneath. And the turnover again, this time by Curtis Green. Back the other way. I think the patience of Liberty has really paid off in this game. They slowed it down into a half-court game. They just picked their spots, and Porter lost the ball off of his knee on the drive to the bucket, so that'll give the ball back to Arbor View. Under 3 to go. Dante Stewart reports back in for the Liberty Patriots. Liberty's reeled off 7 consecutive wins. 7 straight. Pass and bounds and came in to Max Romero. They're looking for some leadership now. Can Romero provide a spark? Floats it up and in, and it cuts the lead to 7. I think they signaled a warning to the bench of Liberty, it appeared. So with 2:16 remaining, when do you start fouling? Again, a baseball pass. This time they release Jaden Riley. The pass is intercepted by Thaddeus Thatcher. Deep in the corner, Darden for three. That was a big miss. And a foul underneath. And yeah, we're going to start shooting a lot of free throws. Aquiningok will go to the free throw line with 2:06, 2:07 left. His team leading by 7. So off the inbounds, they found a weakness with Arbor View, did the Liberty Patriots, and they're throwing that baseball pass the length of the court. It's pretty much a jump ball down on the other end. And Aquiningok gets another free throw coming up. It's been the spark tonight for sure. I think the entire tempo, everything just really changed when he came in early in the second quarter of play. And point number 8. 52-43. Tremel Darden. He left it off. Long three-pointer on the way. Hill the iron and off for Romero. Offensive rebound. The ball's taken away. Romero underneath. Townsend, can he finish? No, but he'll go to the free throw line. So Brian Townsend, nice play by Max Romero. Romero averaging 4 assists per game. I think he's a really good three-point shooter when he's in rhythm. But he lofted up about a 25-foot jumper there, and he missed the shot, but again, comes back with a steal. Townsend good on the first of 2. Quiet night for the chef, not cooking, Brian Townsend. 4 points on the evening. Stay with us. Don't forget, coming up next, it's the third game of our triple header. That's Bishop Gorman taking on Coronado High School. Jeff Kaufman, Grant Rice, good friends. Again, long pass down the court. Going to slow it down. Liberty trying to take the air out of the ball. And it's stolen away by Thaddeus Thatcher again. The second interception there. Here's Thatcher, deep in the corner, three-point range. Can't get it to drop. And underneath, Porter with the rebound. Porter gets it out. And now again, the half-court slowdown. Really good coaching job on the part of Kevin Soares. Great coaching job. Well, first of all, you have to start by limiting Farrell Compton to just 15. He was averaging 18, but he could really go off. And then secondly, just the way that they've played a deliberate pace here in the second half. And the first free throw by Caden Castellero, the senior, is good. Dante Stewart checks back in. And Castellero's free throw, the second of 2, is also good. So Caden Castellero in the game with 7 points. And a travel there by Tremel Darden. Upset with himself there. Minute 15 remaining. Liberty trying to just run out the clock here and improve on the season to 13-1, 4-0 in league play. Thomas will take it all the way inside. He's saying enough of just trying to run out the clock. I want my points. And Thomas already now with 11 points in this game. So do we get another technical? Officials are sorting it out. See if I could hear this. It's another T, yeah. That's the third technical foul against Arbor View. And keep in mind that the game started off with a technical on Arbor View. So it was 2-0 out of the chute. Tremel Darden Jr., yeah, he was a little bit upset with himself, and then he took it out. Frustration on the other end. And this could be a 4-point opportunity to blow this game open even further. And it is for Tyus Thomas. And Thomas now in the game. with 14 points. 14 points for Tyus Thomas unofficially. Castellero to trigger it inbounds right in front of us here, Porter. You don't want to foul now, just a minute plus to go. Down 13. And that's Riley. And underneath, the reverse by Dante Stewart for two. Stewart has had a pretty quiet evening. And the other end, Yap with the miss. Green with the rebound. Outside the long-range shot by Romero, no good. And the follow-up by Demarion Yap for two. The steal outside. And that shot falls short by Thatcher from three-point distance. Whistle and a foul on the rebound, and it'll stay right here. Dante Stewart. Stewart with the foul. That'll be his, they said fifth, but the scoreboard showing just 3 fouls. So we're going to get a timeout here. 27 seconds left. A 13-point lead for Liberty, and I think this is just Kevin Soares and Coach Dustin Clayton on the other bench saying, keep your composure, because it's getting frustrating out there. And of course, Arbor View thought that they'd come in with a W in this game, but once the big man fouled out, Farrell Compton, with 3:39 remaining, it's been all Liberty. You know, it just opens up the inside when you don't have this huge 6'8" man-child in the post. Compton came in averaging 18 and 9. Romero, and he gave it off, and deep in the corner, that's Yap for three. 10-point game, 18 seconds remaining. Liberty just trying to run out the clock, and a foul in the backcourt. Why you do that with 11 seconds to go. It's on Romero as he held up Jace Equiningak. 10-point lead for Liberty. Kevin Soares across the way. Had a good amount of time with him this week, just talking about his team and remembering the old days when he played, the good old days, if you will, when he played at Bishop Gorman High School. Second free throw was good as well. So the Spark now with 9 points. They haven't moved his points, so he might have about 30 at this time. Outside, that's Thatcher for three. Side of the iron and off. 3 seconds, two. Porter's just going to back it out, and that'll do it. So Liberty with a 62-50 win, as we see the Patriots now moving with the victory to 13-1, 4-0 in league play, while Arbor View, the Aggies, now 14-7 and 5-2 in the conference. Don't go away. Stay with us. Coming up in about 8 to 10 minutes right here on the Ball Dogs YouTube channel. We're going to have more action, and the highlighted game of the evening will be Coronado against Bishop Gorman. You don't want to miss it. Again, it's up for grabs. It's definitely up for grabs. Between all these teams, every team that I've seen, you could make a case for them to win here in the South or to become state champions. Maybe the picture gets a little bit clearer. Stay with us. Actually back in 15 minutes, so stay with us. I'm Tony Cardasco courtside. And again, this is the Big City Showdown. It is brought to you by Findlay Toyota and produced by BD Global. Stay with us. Back with more in a few moments.
Every once in a great while, a definitive organization emerges from the pack. A team with a singular goal. And that goal attracts the special few with the heart and drive to achieve it. The prize is the pursuit itself. Excellence in function, service, and execution. It is no small feat, but those at Findlay Toyota have found it. Findlay Toyota, driven to excellence.